I'm Lari Masten, and I teach at the Training Center for NACVA and CTI. I'm an instructor that usually teaches on Thursday and Friday. So my areas are the market approach and case analysis, and then kind of wrapping everything up so that you're prepared for the exam that you take on Saturday. So you'll have me for 2 days if you're in my class. The Training Center is the way that we actually manipulate and deploy and extend our educational process. Instead of just going from the body of knowledge, it's the way we convey the body of knowledge to the participant. So in essence, the Training Center is a week of intense training. And if you actually look at the time that you spend in the Training Center and compare that to a 3-hour college course, looking at the pre-reads, looking at the time you spend in class, looking at the time that you spend on study sessions prior to the exam, that's the equivalent of a 3-hour college course. To do a business valuation properly, you have to have the training, the knowledge base, the understanding, the fundamentals, the ability to look up technical content and to use it properly and apply that to a problem, a situation. Either it's valuing a business for gift and estate purposes or divorce, whatever the purpose is. And in order for us to be able to consistently as practitioners do this, there's what has been deemed the body of knowledge, the basics, the fundamentals that allow you to understand how to apply the process of valuing a business. What I find is a lot of attendees arrive at the Training Center not knowing what to expect. And they sit in the first day and they listen and they're a little quiet, they start to get to know people around them, but they rarely come in with the expectation that they could ever be in front of the room. And what I like for them to experience throughout the week is that it could be them in the front of the room. And in actuality, their job ultimately will be the person in the front of the room, the person controlling the conversation with the client. If it's a buyer and a seller, if it's a divorce case, you need to control the client. And control not from the standpoint of manipulating them, but controlling the process of here's my opinion, here's what I need. You need to have some level of self-confidence to do that. And I find a lot of attendees arrive, they don't have that self-confidence from the standpoint of speaking in front of others. And they need to learn that. But I can tell them my story of how I used to be in that chair and how I've evolved. And over the time that I usually have 16 to 20 hours with the students, they can see that. And it's amazing to see that in real life as somebody goes through the week, that at the end of the week they do have the confidence at least to know what questions to ask, somebody to contact if they have something that they don't know the answer to, and the ability to get there, as opposed to coming in and having no idea even what business valuation is about. I think they realize and understand that they actually know more than what they thought they did when they came into the class to begin with. I think that they can also see that from a practical standpoint, they might have the ability to apply the knowledge, but that it takes some process to get around relaying that knowledge to someone else, and that's part of the course. I mean, half of the day on Friday is walking them through how, if they had a report, how would they present it to someone else. We have that as part of the training in order to get them more comfortable in a safe environment with how to relay their opinions. One of the things that impresses me about this organization is that this credential, the CVA credential, is one that is actually accredited on its own, meaning that the testing process, the educational process has been certified by another organization. There's no other business valuation designation that can claim that certification. Even the AICPA's business valuation certification cannot claim that.